Welcome to the Gadget 360 show, and every single week I say the gadget shop is open, but this week just look at what all I have. The Asus ZenBook Pro Duo. It's been called the most innovative laptop on the planet. We're going to find out if it is. The most awaited smartwatch of 2021, the OnePlus smartwatch. We'll also get you a question and an answer. The question has been coming in from all of you. We actually reviewed a Panasonic AC where we had said that the technology can actually take care of bacteria and viruses, including COVID-19. My top story today is something that I've always enjoyed. From the first generation of this, I've been saying that this is where real innovation is happening. This is the Asus ZenBook Pro Duo, and I have the UX482, which I think is really, really cool. So you know what is the big deal? I mean, why is it called Duo? What is the main reason? It's this. See the screen here? Awesome, right? But it's this screen here, a second screen, which of course, by the way, I'm going to give you a demo. It actually rises up. Can you see? So if I close it, it just goes down. The hinge goes down. Then I actually open it out. As you can see, it rises up. So it actually comes up. So it's great for ventilation, very good viewing angle. So what can you do with a double screen? Quite a lot, actually. You know, like I said right in the beginning, most people have called this the most innovative laptop on the planet. And the reason is that it's not a gimmick. A lot of people would say, okay, one screen here and another big screen. It's actually quite a large screen. It's not one of those small rinky-dinky little slit screens out there. It's actually quite large. So the reason is that because a lot of the fact is that you can multitask, you can have multiple things on the main screen and multiple things on this, not just one. You can have so many things happening on it. For instance, I mean, just have your WhatsApp, your desktop WhatsApp open, music control. You can actually, if you're a creator, it's amazing. You can do so many things where the main video could be here, all your editing can be out here, or Photoshop, your main picture is here and all your tools are out here. So I started using this and I've been using it now for about a week or 10 days. I'm really hooked. I started using this and I went back to the laptop that I use and I constantly kept looking for that screen. Kahan hai wo screen? That screen really works for me. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at exactly why I believe that this is real innovation and it's doing really well. When we come back, we'll actually talk to the man behind this.
Many have referred to this as the most innovative laptop on the planet. Now that is a major title, but the product that we are reviewing today earns this title for all the right reasons. This is the latest ZenBook Duo UX482. Yes, Asus has introduced a refreshed variant for one of the most innovative laptops that we have seen in the 21st century. When the ZenBook Duo was first introduced, it amazed everyone with its unique design, mainly its dual screens. Now the next generation is here and takes things to the extreme. The latest UX482 looks strikingly similar to the previous gen laptops. Slim profile, premium looks, luxury materials, real attention to detail. Weighing just 1.6 kgs including the big second screen, it is easy to carry around the laptop. Open it up and we see the major upgrades right away. Combined together with the upgraded hinge, the brand has introduced a new active aerodynamic system on the ZenBook Duo. An essential part of the cooling system, this feature comes into action when we open the laptop and the screen pad plus also lifts up in sync with the hinge. Not only does it result in a higher intake of airflow, but also gives an excellent viewing angle. There is a buffet of connectivity options on the ZenBook Duo. We get one USB port, two USB Type-C Thunderbolt ports and an HDMI port. There is also a 3.5mm headphone jack too. A special mention about the main screen, stunning 14-inch Full HD display. One of the most vibrant displays in its class, this Nano Edge panel offers a maximum brightness of 400 nits. The results? Crystal clear images retaining great amounts of detail. A brighter display also means better viewing angles, which definitely adds to the experience. This primary panel on the ZenBook Duo is also validated by Pantone for color accuracy, and credits where it's due, the color detailing is indeed top-notch. Overall, the bright display combined together with the Harman Kardon certified speaker setup makes the ZenBook Duo a great device to watch or create content on. But the story doesn't end here, as this is a hybrid panel since it is also touch capacitive. Swipe, tap or pinch, it's available. ASUS bundles in an active pen that also works very well. Time now to explore the biggest USP of the ZenBook Duo, which is the ScreenPad Plus. New and improved, the ScreenPad Plus is an excellent productivity enhancer. While the initial thoughts were that it's just a handy extension, it actually turned out to be a massive tool for work, play, content creation, and pretty much everything else. The display also offers a custom launcher that can be personalized according to the user. Carrying a new control panel app with the Screen Expert 2.0, the latest ScreenPad Plus helps to expedite workflows. This feature supports Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, and Lightroom, which makes the ZenBook Duo a must-have for content creators. With the second screen in place, the biggest question is about the keyboard placement and layout, as it has a very unique placement for the keyboard and trackpad. Let's put it this way. The keyboard is excellent, but it needs a few minutes to get used to. But once we were accustomed to it, there was no turning back. With backlit keys and clicky feedback, this keyboard is amazing to type on. Running on Windows 10 Home, the variant with us is powered by 11th Gen Intel Core i7, an efficient processor. This makes the ZenBook Duo an absolute blast to work with. Combined together with 16 gigs of RAM, loading screens were a thing of the past. From the first boot up itself, this laptop teases the power it harnesses underneath. And as we further interact with it, the experience only gets better. From generic tasks like writing emails and web browsing to heavy-duty tasks like editing multiple photos, ZenBook outperformed every challenge we threw at it. To make things even better, our variant had the NVIDIA MX450 GPU, which makes the ZenBook Duo an outright media machine. From gaming to edit flows, this laptop can handle anything and everything that is graphics heavy. And with 1 TB of internal storage, we had no problem saving heavy renders and files on the ZenBook Duo. On the optics front, there is an IR-enabled camera available on the ZenBook Duo, which is definitely better than most of the laptop cameras we have tested in a while. The new Gen ZenBook Duo also scores big when it comes to battery optimization. During our testing, the laptop gave us a mileage of well over a day. These are some amazing numbers given the power we are dealing with here. And so it's time for the verdict. With a new and improved design, 2 screens, great productivity, better specs, and hands-on practical features, the latest ZenBook Duo is an absolute winner. If you are someone who wants a powerful performance along with a dash of style, this most innovative laptop on earth with a starting price of Rs 99,990 is the machine for you.
So that's our verdict. We absolutely love this. This is great, and I hope more companies innovate like this. But now I promised you we'll talk to the man behind this, and he's the business head, Consumer and Gaming PC System Business Group for ASUS India. So thank you, Arnold. Thank you so much for joining me out here. Let's start by talking about the laptop we've just reviewed, the next generation of the ZenBook Duo. It's been called the most innovative laptop on the planet. I agree, but let's understand why. Why the dual screen? How does it enhance productivity? What's different in this from the previous generation? And who is this laptop best for?
Sure. First of all, thank you, Rajiv. Thanks to having us here. Yeah. So talk about the new ZenBook Pro Duo and ZenBook Duo. So like you rightly mentioned, the first question is about why we require the dual screen laptop here. So as you can see, nowadays people are always doing multitasking at the same time. And previously, when you are using your laptop, simultaneously you may also reply messages or WhatsApp or browsing certain contents via your smartphone. However, so when the dual screen laptop comes, now you can use your primary screen for your main work application, and simultaneously in the secondary screen you can turn on your WhatsApp, turn on the browsers in the secondary screen. So in one device, you can use whatever the application you require. So that is why we think the dual screen is required for today's work.
Okay, Arnold, let's talk about the ZenBook as a category. What does ZenBook portfolio of laptops represent? What does it stand for?
ZenBook is the segment which we want to provide the premium and also most powerful performance in the overall consumer laptop segment.
All right, my last question is the use of laptops through the lockdown and the pandemic. Most people have realized that a laptop is worth its weight in gold. What learnings and innovation has ASUS had with the new requirements people have from a laptop? What new features are going to be more important from here on? What is ASUS going to bring out now for users?
Totally agree with you. So there are a few aspects which we are looking at. First of all, like today, the laptop, we are launching the dual screen laptop, which we really consider it is the laptop of tomorrow. Means for the multitasking requirement, it will be there. So dual screen laptop will be one of the main roadmap for us moving forward. Apart from this, it's about, like you rightly mentioned, people doesn't want just a gaming, they want really usage. So the two-in-one device with a powerful stylus will be a second roadmap for us in moving forward.
Thank you, Arnold. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, congratulations. Great laptop. But I'm really looking forward to now what you just announced, those amazing AMOLED screens at those price points, so that, we get the best screen and also our eyes get the best experience, and they're not fatigued. I really look forward to that.
Thank you.
Now we're moving on to our other big story, the most awaited smartwatch of 2021, the OnePlus Watch. Now this is their first generation. This is the first watch by OnePlus. They've never done a smartwatch before. Like I said, much awaited, and I'm going to start off with things that I've been using it for a while, so I'm going to tell you not just first impression, but actually a pretty experienced impression. So first and foremost, it's really good. The aesthetics and the design, brilliant. Nice big screen, very bright, very nice to work on. So it's very intuitive. You get a good feel for the watch right away. Second, fantastic battery life. Then good set of apps, good for fitness and everything else. I think a lot more apps will come in very soon. I really liked it. So good aesthetics, interesting price point. If you don't want to spend about 32,000 rupees on a smartwatch, your budget is 14, 15, 16,000 rupees. Again, fits right in. Let's take a look at our review.
It has finally happened. After flirting with the idea of wearables like fitness bands, OnePlus has ultimately launched their first smartwatch. With aggressive pricing and an impressive spec sheet, this watch has already garnered a lot of interest from the market. But is it worthy of our time? Let's find out. OnePlus has played its cards right when it comes to the looks of their first smartwatch. Encased in a 46mm stainless steel case, the smartwatch scores big on the design front. The variant with us is in the midnight black color that definitely gives the smartwatch a premium appeal. Weighing around 45 grams, it is a chunky monkey. So chances are, if you are someone with skinny hands, then it might not suit you. We can pardon OnePlus for the weight, since it has been compromised for a stellar build quality. The watch feels sturdy, and it also comes with an official IP68 rating, which makes it dust and water resistant up to 5 ATM. Strapping up the watch, we realize that the watch band is strikingly similar to the one we get on the Apple Watch. Fortunately, it is as comfortable as well, since the watch sits on the wrist without any trouble. OnePlus has always been on top in the display game when it comes to smartphones, so an equally impressive quality on the smartwatch was not a far-fetched expectation. Keeping up with our hopes, the 1.39-inch HD AMOLED display is well lit and gorgeous to look at. The 2.5D curved glass adds to the experience, since the watch generates color-accurate animations and crisp text that are really easy to read even under broad sunlight. No complaints here. Tap, swipe or scroll, it never missed out on any gesture and provided a fluid experience. Pressing on the right side mounted power button, the watch comes to life and we are greeted with the debuting UI. Now, if you have interacted with the OnePlus smartphone before, then you will realize that the animations have taken inspiration from OxygenOS. This is not necessarily a bad thing, since the UI on the watch is fun, intuitive and really easy to understand. It also offers certain practical features like an option to reply to text messages and chiming on notifications. In classic smartwatch fashion, a user also gets a wide variety of watch faces to choose from within the UI. Backing up this impressive software is an equally robust hardware. Powering the smartwatch is an STM32 processor which works in sync with the UI and delivers snappy performance. Also, we get 4 gigs of internal storage in the watch, out of which 2 GB is what we get to use. Sufficient if you ask us. Not only can you store songs in the smartwatch, but you can also pair a Bluetooth headset with it if you want to listen to your favorite tunes. There is a buffet of sensors on the OnePlus smartwatch. We get a heart rate monitor which is quick, accurate and comes in handy when you work out. Oh, by the way, it also comes with 110 workout modes. There is also an SpO2 sensor that shows near accurate results. There is also a sleep tracker on board which might not be used that often considering the size of the smartwatch. A user can access all of this data from the OnePlus Health app, available currently only on Android. One of the better apps in terms of UI, the app provides generic customization options like setting up notifications and downloading watch faces. A user can also take phone calls using the smartwatch since it is GPS enabled and comes with an inbuilt mic and speaker setup. Be it dialing up calls or answering them, the call quality on offer was satisfactory. Talking about the battery optimization on offer, the OnePlus smartwatch lasts well over a week on a single charge with heavy to moderate usage. These are great numbers since we use the watch extensively during our testing. That being said, we feel that the OnePlus fandom will be disappointed to not find a red cable inside the box. Now for the verdict. OnePlus has made all the right decisions for their first smartwatch. It looks great, packs in all the trending features and is part of a well-developed ecosystem. At Rs 16,999, this is a great option for someone who wants to get a premium smartwatch but at an affordable price.
Time now to take on a question of yours, and this was because we did a story on the Panasonic AC that actually has amazing technology that can take care of viruses, bacteria and even COVID-19. So you all asked a question, how do we know it works? I mean, it's invisible, right? So we spoke to Manish Sharma, President and CEO of Panasonic India and South Asia. Manish, thank you so much for joining us on the show. And of course, we've got to talk about this. How does Nano EX technology in your AC actually work? What starts to happen when we turn the AC on?
Sure. So Rajiv, firstly, it's good to see you again. And second, I can't agree more with you that the kind of response which we have been receiving from consumers and also from the trade partners is quite phenomenal. And the very belief which I used to have that technology, while it might be incremental, and I'll elaborate why I feel so, can create exponential impact. So, I mean, just quickly, if I have to take you in the backdrop that from where this technology called Nano EX is coming from, and answering your question that how it does what it does. Firstly, let me reiterate on the fact that there are two, backgrounds of the convergence of what technology can do for people, especially for Nano EX. So one is this technology has been into development not for last couple of years or so, but for last 25 years. And we started development of technology which can essentially inhibit bacteria, viruses, molds, pollens, starting from 1997. And we invested the first 5 or 6 years into developing technologies which can actually inhibit these bacteria and viruses. And then from 2012 onwards, we started to integrate this technology into a variety of applications, and one of them was room air conditioners. And today, the power of this technology, which has been into development for last 25 years, is such that it can actually inhibit the COVID-19 virus also. And we have got validation some top institutes which are authority in this particular domain. And coming to answer your question, I mean, the technology is such that it releases trillions of OH negative ions into the room, which then come in contact with either the virus which is suspended in the air, which is airborne, or it is on surfaces, stuck on the surfaces. And these OH negative radical ions react with the composition of the virus, which contains hydrogen molecules. And then coming together, they essentially inhibit, जिसको हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं निष्क्रिय कर देता है वायरस को. So that is how basically this technology works. And of course, there is a lot which goes behind development of this technology.
But Manish, you know, the main problem is, what's the proof of this concept? I mean, it's invisible to our eyes. Our consumers don't have any access to R&D labs or some way to test it themselves. What's the proof that it actually works?
So that's a very valid question, because most of the time seeing is believing. And there are again two aspects, I would say. The one aspect is that how are we validating this particular technology of ours? So the fact of the matter is that we have got this validation from one of the top authorities in this particular domain, which is Taxer Laboratories of France. And we submitted both the module, which is the basic device for the testing, and also when it was coupled with the application of room air conditioners. And we have received adequate validations in terms of confirmation that how this device within a specific area can inhibit 99.9% of viruses within that area. And those certifications are available in the public domain across our websites, and we have also sort of released the printouts through the marketing material across most of our retail stores as well, for consumers to see and believe that how does authorities feel when it comes to validating this technology. So I think first is the very fact we have validation of this technology from one of the top authorities in this domain, and second is the very promise, the value based on which the basic business philosophy of this company has been living this promise for last many, many years. I think that is the second very fact, this credibility is reflected to the consumers.
Manish, thank you so much for talking to us. I think it's great because a lot of excitement got created with the AC review that we did, and now people know that this is technology that works. It's been on, for quite a few years in other devices. You've brought it now onto an AC, and of course from the certification and everything else, that gives us a lot of confidence.